Alrighty, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing a new look Philadelphia 76ers rebuild in NBA 2K25. So, trying to do these teams after 2K26 is right on the corner. I'm gonna just say that, and I'm trying to do all these teams. The Sixers one of the teams I was waiting on because obviously the Quentin Grimes situation I was waiting for him to sign, and he just never signed. He's still a restricted free agent, along with Cameron Thomas. And the rest of the guys, Josh Giddey, coming in. Those guys are just never going to sign, it feels like. So I'm doing a rebuild. It's going to assume he'll come back on his qualifying offer. That's what we're going to assume at this point. But yeah, we're just going to assume that, and, hopefully it ends up happening. We'll obviously see. I feel like he's debating. I feel like all these restrictive free agents are debating on taking like a 2 year, like $45 million deal or like the qualifying offer. But the reason why Kuminga this time, we don't know, he doesn't want to go back to the Warriors and stuff. But obviously Grimes still a good player. We'll have to see what happens. But the Sixers have done some other stuff in the offseason, obviously. They opted into Kelly Oubre's contract. They went ahead and drafted VJ Edgecombe with the third overall pick in the NBA draft. He'll be a good player for them for the future. So we'll see how he ends up becoming. They signed good two-way contracts with Jabari Walker, Dominic Barlow, Hunter Salas. They signed Trenton Wofford to a one-year deal. They signed Eric Gordon. They re-signed Eric Gordon. They re-signed Kyle Lowry. But they drafted Johnny Broom. But other than that, Andre Drummond opted into his player option. Kelly Oubre opted into his team option. And then that's mainly all they did in the offseason, obviously. Paul George is still here. I feel like this team will have a bounce back year, knowing how bad the East is. But we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe this team is just still bad. Whoa, we are a five-star system at perimeter centric. That's something I did not expect. Literally, everybody fits that system, which is crazy. Yeah, we're literally a five-star system perimeter centric. It was absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, I don't think Jabari Walker's going to play. He needs a two-way contract, and I don't want Jabari Walker to start for us. But other than that, will we still be a five-star system after we bench Jabari Walker? I'm about to figure that out right now. So, about to bench Jabari Walker just like that. So, first starter will be put on Jabari Walker, and we're going to see right now if we still be a five-star. So, that means Watford to start. Yeah, I don't know if he'll fit the perimeter-centric system as well as Walker, but we'll see. I'm about to see right now, but what I see. So, proficiency. Yeah, we're now 4.5, which is still really good. We know our starting five works really well together, but we're gonna leave it like that for now. But rotation will be Tyrese Maxey, Quinn Grimes, Paul George, Trent Wofford, Joel Embiid, McCain, Kelly Oubre, Vijay Edgecombe, Edwards, and then Vijay Edgecombe. We could start him right away, which could be something we do as well. But I'm also gonna probably go ahead and run a 10-minute rotation because that does leave some guys out of the rotation right now. So we're gonna go out and give Drummond these last 10 minutes off the bench over at Dembona. I guess we should maybe put it down, but I'm just gonna. It's fine. Drummond's really good rebound on 2K. We'll see how we are this season. Tendencies we're gonna go out and fix them. So Embiid and Max, we want them taking the most shots this season. And then Paul George, I'm gonna go ahead and put his tendency up. I feel like he'll once again have a healthy bounce back season. We'll see. Apparently he's not ready for training camp, is what I've heard. I don't know how true that is, but that's what we're doing right now. That'll simulate to the end of the season. We'll see how we do. Determine our future right now. MVP is going to go to Nikola Jokic at the end of the season. He averaged a triple-double. Cooper Flag is your Rookie of the Year. And then Ahmed Thompson, most improved. The clutch player, you're going to Stephen Curry, coach of the year. This should be the Nuggets head coach. Forget his name for some reason, but David Allen, it should be him. But for some reason, I just can't find him in my Start Today 2K file. It's really weird. But Edgecombe did make all-rookie first team, which is amazing. And then at the end of this season, we finished off not making the playoffs. Did we? Oh, yeah, we didn't make the playoffs. Usually when it shows that, I mean we made it. But we finished off as the number 13 seed with 28-54 on this season, which is not great by any means. So I think Embiid trade is on the horizon this offseason. We just need to go in a new direction, man. Embiid still hasn't got, I believe it's like the second round or the third round, something like that he hasn't got out of. But we had about 22 from Tyrese Maxey, and then we had about 21 from Embiid. Obviously, Maxey's probably still the future here. 21 from Embiid. We had about, so I said, a trade for him is on the rise. 13 from Paul George, 12 from McCain, 10. Quinn Grimes really averaged 9 points. Hopefully, he's 44%. He's a good role player, but whatever he's about to ask for in the offseason, I don't think I'll be able to pay him. We should still have his bird rights, obviously. When you sign the qualifying offer, that means you're going to be an unrestricted free agent next year, but we'll see what happens. Kyle Lowry is going to retire. But yeah, Kyle Lowry is going to retire. But heading into the draft lottery, and I think Eric Gordon's going to retire. I saw him as well. Our pick is top 4 protected, so we're going to see where that pick ends up landing. If it's not in the top 4, it goes to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So hopefully we can stay in that top 4 and do succeed in getting our pick. And of course, it fall to 6. I'm not really surprised. 2K just, they don't ever want to see me get good lottery luck, but it's going to fall. Staff signing. I want to keep Nick Nurse and bring him in so we can have a championship with him. Like I said, our pick goes to Oklahoma City this year, which sucks really badly. But yeah, I do want to go ahead and trade Joel Embiid for something. Just don't know what it would be, but I want to go and trade for something. Obviously, he's still a good player. This guy's an absolute stud when he's healthy. Mainly people forget how good Embiid was when he was healthy, man. But I'm gonna throw him in the trade finder and see what I could get for Joel Embiid. Probably nobody else in there, right? Just Embiid's the only guy I want to trade at this point. We can roll up the rest of the young core. And Kobe White, Jalen Smith, Zubac in the first. I don't really think that's a good enough package for me to even do for Embiid. But I might have to make up my own trade because I'm really not liking any of these offers right now. So, yeah. I have 2 trade offers in mind for Joel Embiid. The first option is with Memphis because they have the 5th overall pick, and I feel like they maybe want to be a little better than obviously number 5th overall. So I feel like Embiid's a possibility for them. He's right next to Jaren Jackson Jr. But another option I have is making a trade with the Hornets. They need a starting center after trading away Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns, and if he slide right in, he'll be the dual next to LaMelo Ball. Still got Ben Miller to the guys, so they can offer me some expirings, their first round pick in this draft, and let's work a trade with the Charlotte Hornets. So I'm going to figure this one out first. What could the best possible package for both teams look like? So what do we want from the Charlotte Hornets? So I think it'll start off with probably, would they want to be willing to trade Con Kneppel to me? Or, yeah, something like that. But I'm going to throw Miles Bridges in the trade, and we need about $31 million. So Con Kneppel, I'm going to see if I can honestly get him in the trade. I don't know if the Hornets would trade him, though, and, the 4th pick, but it's worth a possibility, or we can just take the expirings, like I said. I'm going to throw Con Kneppel in there, though. Con Kneppel, so Miles Bridges, Con Kneppel, number 4. They have the 14th pick as well, so we also could throw that in there, which I think I'll do, 14 from the Phoenix Suns, and then I'm going to go ahead and, Phoenix Suns pick, and then Liam McNeely could be a really good player we can throw in here as well. So I do like that trade. Instead of Liam McNeely, we can get a future first. It can't be 27. They can't really trade back-to-back picks. So the Miami Heat, so they might be bad. We can't trade back-to-back picks. I have to be the unprotected 2028 Charlotte Hornets pick. This could be a really good trade package for Joel Embiid. And maybe we can get a third player in here as well, like Liam McNeely or Ryan Clark-Winter. Ryan Clark-Winter would have fit really well next to the future if we trade Embiid. Obviously, he could take over starting or backup center if he develops that much, obviously. But that's the offer we have for so they do decline me, though. I would have done that trade if they wouldn't have declined me. But you might have to use trade override. I know I have it on. That's because it's impossible to make Superstar trade in 2K without it. That's usually what happens. Although Justin Edwards in a couple seconds to see if they change their mind. They still don't change their mind. I might eventually use trade override in this trade, but I'm going to see probably what the Grizzlies have to offer me first before we go on and use trade override on this. I definitely thought the Grizzlies could have a better trade package in mind or in place for this. So obviously not including Jaren Jackson. I think they want to keep him next to Embiid. I don't see the point of doing that. So I opted into KCP, $200 million, because 100% of the time he does opt into it. And then the 5th pick, obviously. And then a young player like Zach Edey, I opted into him as well, so we can go ahead and get him. And then probably who else? So another younger player like Cedric Coward. We can get him. He'd be a really good addition with this team. There's Santi Aldama. That matches up the salary pretty well. And then would it be something else or another first-round pick? The 23 but take the first-round pick. So similar to I kind of like this offer a little better, though. It gives us, some young players to be excited. They decline me, though, man. They decline me once again. So, yeah, I understand, but I think override might have to be in place unless they say yes. They like what they have as far as trade concern. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to trade override for Embiid. So we did go up the Charlotte Hornets offer. I feel like the Hornets would be a little bit more desperate at this point, miss the playoffs again, and then I think they go all for Joel Embiid. So instead of taking Colin Kneppel, I don't know if they trade the fourth overall pick and Kneppel. I feel it's a little too crazy. So yeah, instead we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and take a Grant Williams expiring contract and Ryan Clarkson in the 2 first round picks. I took the 2028 pick too, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, but we do add a lot. Also, I didn't realize our pick of 2027 was also like top 4 protected too. So yeah, from the James Harden trade with the Nets. So yeah, this is man. I didn't realize the Sixers didn't have their future first round picks for the next 2 years, but getting expirings and Bridges and Graham, I guess we give us a powerful rotation for this year, but obviously they're not part of the future plan, and then we need to replace Embiid quickly. But this is so far going where I want to be. I would like to keep Nick Nurse on. I feel like he's a really good head coach. See from that Raptors thing. We're projected to draft Nate Ahmed, Dash Daniels, and Nate Ahmed. So we'll see what ends up happening, though. With number 1 overall pick in the draft, the Wizards will take the bands that would love to add him to this. He would have been perfect. 2 is going to be Peterson. Would have loved for him to fall as well. And 3 was going to be Cameron Boozer. Would have loved to add him as well, which means we're going to have to choose between the normal options. Low-key, dude, I took Chris Sinak in like the last video, and I've been taking him a lot, so I'm going to switch it up this time. I know it makes the most sense to take Chris Sinak here, but I'm going to take Nate and Matt. I'm going to switch it up. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've taken him in. Well, that's we'll have the 14th pick as well, which I kind of forgot about. We got that from the Hornets as well, from the trade, and I also got the 2028 pick. So now that we have Nate and Matt, he'll play small forward for us. He'll probably start. And then I guess I would like to take a center, but if there's not a center, we got like a Visage here. But we can start at Dembona next year, in my opinion. We could go with the more, the guy can give us help. So do we want to take another guard, though? Those are the best options on the board. Let's go with a Visage. I mean, taking Elijah Arenas, I don't think we take Darius, but McCain will probably be the backup point guard or backup shooting guard. And then I think we take Elijah Arenas. We can't pass up on that talent. So welcome Elijah Arenas. So we draft probably the 2 great players who will become really good scorers and good players for us in the future. With the 14th pick, we're projected to draft a point guard either way. So, they get it. But McCain and Watford, I'll probably accept Trent Watford's only $2 million, basically the minimum contract. He didn't have a bad season for us, so welcome back. Hunter Salas, Barlow, and Jabari Walker will extend the qualifying offer to. Then Kelly Oubre and Andre Drummond are both free. So I don't think we'll re-sign either of them. Do we have cap space by any means? No, we have 27 million though, so that's something. So we got. So I don't think we'll be bringing back Quentin Grimes at this point. How much? Okay, it says he's unrestricted. Why? Why do we not have his bird rights? That is weird. So we don't have his bird rights even if we wanted to bring him back. Is he really unrestricted? He's really unrestricted. So yeah, I mean, we literally don't even have his bird rights. I don't know if that's actually how it should be. I'm pretty sure we should have his bird rights. He would just be an unrestricted free agent so he can sign where he wants. But it's not going to let me re-sign him anyway. So I literally really can't be back Quinn Grimes. I don't want to spend all my money on Quinn Grimes anyway. So I'm just going to move on there. If we had his bird rights, I'd do it. But yeah, it's not letting me sign him. So we'll go on and announce everybody here. Bring nobody back at this point. We can just straight head on to the next season probably. So McCain will be the backup point guard in this video. That'll be his role. And Edgecombe and Arenas will be the shooting guard rotation. We'll have Justin Edwards. We'll have Nate Ahmed and Justin Edwards play a small forward rotation. We'll have probably Miles Bridges and Grant Williams, Trent Wofford. We'll have these guys hold that power forward spot up until, and then we do need like a backup center that can actually rely on. So that's one thing I wouldn't mind signing like a center. But is there a center here? There's somebody I could have went after. Walker Kessler was a free agent. I could have went that, but he was restricted. So Jalen Duren is sitting here, but I don't really see the Pistons ever letting Jalen Duren go. And I feel like that would be a little too crazy and a little unrealistic. So I'm not going to go that route. Instead, I'm going to sign like Mark Williams. The Pistons could definitely probably let him go. So I don't hate that in the beginning, Mark Williams, but like I said, he's restricted too. I don't know if I want to go that crazy yet. I kind of want to see how this year goes with this team that we have now, and saw like a young center with potential. So, like Koloko, he's 26 now. So, like Tristan Vucevic is here. He's also restricted. Ousmane Dieng is somebody I love to offer. So I'm gonna offer Ousmane Dieng like the big bucks, so just in case so he won't get matched because I do really want him on this team. So no way that Thunder match Ousmane Dieng's 14.5 million. But if they do, Well, hopefully they don't. Yeah, they don't. Okay. So McCain will be the backup point guard, so to an 86. Edgecombe's up to an 85. I did really not see Bridges. Edwards is up. Uzma Ding didn't develop at all, but I want to see what he could do for us. It's been a while since I gave Uzma Ding a shot. I mean, we didn't really have to do that if I knew Ryan Clarkman was going to go up to a 75 and Johnny Broom is up. So, okay. Okay, I'm really liking what we have so far, man. I like the package we got in return for MP. Got 2 lottery picks. Those picks turned into Elijah Arenas and no way, I already forgot we drafted Nate Meth, which is obviously great. So we'll take that. Take next year's top 4 protected once again. I'll have to look it up. It's either top 10 or top 4. But Maxi, okay, I'm gonna move McCain to backup point guard. I obviously don't want Edgecombe playing the 3, so I know I didn't do it already, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. McCain will be our backup guard, so he'll run the second unit. I feel it'll be better for him anyway. So we got okay. Now they want to bench Maxi. I literally don't know what we're doing right now. We're obviously not gonna bench Tyrese Maxi. What is 2K talking about? I have no clue why they even want to do that. We're obviously gonna go ahead and have McCain come off the bench, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll be starting Maxi, Edgecombe, Nate Ment, Miles Bridges, and a Bona. We could roll with that. I don't see what a Bona could do with us this year. McCain, Dustin Edwards, Uzma Dang, Grant Williams, and Trenton Wofford. I do want to give minutes to Elijah Arenas and probably Broom. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick out Grant Williams. I know he's like making like $14 million, but I'm still gonna play Elijah Arenas. And then, do we want to kick out Wofford and give somebody else minutes like Broom? I think we do, because I think Broom is more Broom. I still have to figure out that name, but he is more a part of the future than Wofford is, in my opinion. He uses good depth, and that does leave Clarkman out the rotation because Uzma Dang is playing. Are we a sneaky playoff team? I don't know if we're a sneaky playoff team yet. Maxey will be taking the majority of the shots, and then the second guy, if Edgecombe could become great right away, I would absolutely love this. I'm going to push up his shot and touch tendencies so he can maybe become something solid for us. Then I'll see you guys at the end of the season. I don't think we'll be a playoff team, though. That might be too wishful thinking, but we'll see. I like the future of this team, man. Pause the phone. What happened to Paul George? Dude, I'm just noticing I completely forgot about him. Like, I forgot that man existed. What the freak happened to Paul George? Okay, this is what happened. Dude, I completely forgot about Paul George. He retired and I didn't even know. So that's what happened to Paul. That's why we have money in free agency. Goodness. Okay. I apologize for not knowing Paul George retired. I know, bro, that's crazy. Paul George retired and I didn't even know. Well, he's not on the team no more. If I would have known he would have retired, I would have overridden him. But he's gone now, which is something I didn't expect. But yeah, I apologize. But okay, we're gonna have to move without him. At least we get his contract off the books. But that's crazy. I completely forgot about Paul George, dude. MVP award, but at the end of this season, the Edgecombe did win Most Improved Player. He averaged 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.7. I know he's a good defender too. 38% from 3. Okay, really good season from Edgecombe, but we once again did not make the playoffs, which sucks, but there is time to improve. Elijah Arenas is going to be first team. I guess this is Broom's first year playing, so I guess honestly that makes sense. And then Nate made all rookie first team. So, our young core is starting to show improvement, or at least some sign of life. But we ended up being the number 14 EC, which is a good sign that our pick could be in the top 4. Obviously, pick goes to the Nets from James Harden trade, I believe. About 21 from Maxey, 19 from Edgecombe. So I'm guessing we have Maxey and Edgecombe for the future, because I think Edgecombe's going to develop more than Maxey, dude. 15 from McCain. I tried to trade Briz at the trading line, but I decided to just let him and Grant Williams expire, so we'll have money in free agency to sign either starting center or better starting power forward. 10 from Arenas and 10 from Ament. Good season from those two. Ament shot 33%. Elijah shot 40%, but Nate's Ament shot should improve. Bona was terrible, dude. I've never seen a center shoot 29% from the field and literally 8% from 3. You have to be the worst finisher I've ever seen. Like, there's actually no way. Uzma Dang shot better from the field than you. How do you feel, bro? Like that, I don't think I could bring back a Dempona after that. Like, seriously, I think we have to trade him for a better backup center, because if he's gonna do this for the rest of his career, and I don't want that to happen. Dallas is gonna win the championship, so Dempona's on the trade block. Like, seriously, if that's like that kid just can't happen as a 7. What, he probably wasn't even 7 foot, but still 6'10" center. That still shouldn't happen. It doesn't make it any better, but. Our pick is projected to be top 3, so if it stays in the top 4, I'd absolutely love that. It is gonna. Oh my goodness, we don't get it once again. So we fall out. We get number 6. So we don't even own our pick once again. It says top 10 protected, which is actually top 4 protected. So we're gonna have to send that pick back to Brooklyn, which sucks so bad. But we're not able to add the 6 overall pick to this team because it falls out, man. We have not been getting any draft luck in this video. At least, man, that it sucks badly. I know. At least we could even got one, but that didn't work. But we'll send this pick back to Brooklyn, and then we'll figure it out. Guys, I'm honestly confused. Like, I looked it up again and double checked. I remember it being top 4 protected, but it said that a Thunder pick is top 4 protected in 20%. We don't have. There's no sign of a Thunder pick anymore ever since last year. So, like, was it only top 4 protected in 1 year? Just had to decide. I don't know. It said the Nets pick was like top 8 protected, and if that's the case, we have the pick, but I don't know. It says something about the Thunder. Like I'm trying to figure out if it's actually the if that's actually Oklahoma City or Brooklyn. So it is what it says. I'm gonna read to you guys right now. Uh, if the pick does not convey, hold on, 20-7. So okay, it says the Thunder and the Nets, but we're obviously doing the Nets pick. So it says it is top 8 protected in 27. Fuck, guys, I'm actually kind of confused. So do do the Sixers have their pick or not? Because it says obviously this Nets pick thing. That's what it said in the draft lottery, but it says the pick is top 8 protected. And if it's top 8 protected, that does mean we have the pick. But for some reason, when I look up online, it says they have a Thunder pick as well that is also top 4 protected. They also have a Nets pick at 47 as well, as top 8 protected. So in that case, I don't see a Thunder pick, and we only have the Nets pick. So in reality, I guess that means we have the pick. We just don't have our 2028 pick, which makes sense, I guess. But we have this Clippers pick and the Hornets pick. I have to figure this out because it said Brooklyn, and if that's the case, the Brooklyn pick, we do have the pick, and I'm not gonna send it back because it is honestly, it's we have the pick, I guess. So literally says nothing about the Thunder, and the Thunder don't even, yeah, they have nothing to do with us. They have no Sixers picks anymore. So I'm gonna keep the pick. It says this is a Brooklyn pick. That's what it says. So I'm gonna keep it. I like it doesn't say nothing about the Thunder. You can, if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comment section so I can know for a future video. Hopefully 2K has this fixed. But we can move on from Nick Nurse probably. And let's go for Tyronn Lue. Like I know I might be a little crazy. We haven't really got much success with Nick Nurse. He has better badges than Tyronn Lue took, but I don't have so much success with Tyronn Lue all the time. I'm gonna keep the 6 overall pick, man. It's not what I said. 2K even gave the pick to me, which has to mean something. But hopefully we can draft like a big with this dude because I really just dude. And when I tell you of Dembona how bad he is, I mean he's bad. But we saw also know this draft class is kind of weak, so I do keep that in consideration. Caleb Holt, Dylan Mingo with the pick before us, so. We got Hugo, which I feel like I take Hugo all the time. I'm not gonna lie with you. Christian Collins is really a great power forward. We can play a power forward in 2K. So I think Christian Collins or Sadiq White would be the pick. I'm gonna go ahead and take Christian Collins here. He can be a really good player for us. He could definitely start out power forward right away. So and then I'm gonna take, let's say, take Elson Harrington with this pick, and we have another pick as well. Take Adam. I saw him earlier. So welcome to the team, all 3 of you guys. Christian Collins will be great. Jared McCain, we're going to accept. Edgecombe, Edwards. See, I would decline Bona, but I do want to use a salary in your trade. I only paid lose my dang 50 million so the Thunder wouldn't match him. And, it's probably only 1 year rental. I just want to see what he could do. He wasn't terrible by any means, but I'm just going to decline the 50 million. We might end up bringing him back. We'll see. We have no restricted free agents. So in free agency, we have the cap host, the Miles Bridges, that means we should have max money in free agency. And yes, we do. We have max money in free agency for a max salary player. We can sign like Giannis, Jokic. These is what I always do. But I think I would much rather just sign a center. I mean, for some reason, the Pistons always has let go of Jalen Duren, and he's sitting here in free agency with no offers. And also Mark Williams here too. I feel like the realistic one would be Mark Williams. He'd probably be here more likely, but I don't know, man. Sitting here, Jokic is sitting here, but I want to steer away from Jokic and Giannis in this video. I feel like I go that direction every time. It's kind of my escape route. And Giannis isn't good in 2K. This sounds crazy, but Giannis is not a good player in 2K. But we have Maxi McCain. We'll go with that. we're good with our guard rotation. That's not the issue. We're probably good with our small forward rotation as well. Just Edwards is a really good three. I mean, he is a good 3 and D wing, but he's shooting only 30%. But he'll get better. Christian Collins will move into power forward on, so we can do that right now. This guy is gonna be really goes down to a 74 though. I'm gonna no, he's a power forward in real life. If I can remember, I'm gonna push him back up in overall. That for some reason that always happens. Dude. Like I don't know. I feel like it makes more sense from the power forward. He's 6'9". I'm gonna push him back up there. I'm just gonna move him to power forward. That was the position either way. He could start, and I will be cool with it. Is there? So we obviously need a front court addition really badly. More of a center. Well, we're gonna let Miles Bridges go, but I'm gonna offer Duren or Mark Williams. I really do like them making Jalen Duren this team. I don't know how with you since the Pistons just let him go for some reason. Maybe it's like a Miles Turner situation, or he don't want to come back. I don't know. Something happened. But would Mark Williams make more sense for him to leave? Probably, and this would give us availability to trade for a better center. But I don't know who would be the better center to get. But I think no, screw it, man. I was thinking about maybe getting Evan Mobley, but I did that in the last video. I remember that, so we're gonna just get Jalen Duren. He's just sitting here in free agency waiting to be signed. So I'm gonna sign him. I'm gonna pay him, and we're gonna bring him in. You just sitting here. You blame me for it, bro. You really blame me for it, probably. But you get what I mean. But Dem Bono will be gone. Trust me. You might even just trade him right now because he just honestly. We're gonna wait till he progresses so we can give him more value for him. But yeah, Miles Bridges will no longer be here. He needs Ronaldo Watford too, but I'm just gonna trade it down right now. We'll see what we can get for him. We could either get a better backup center or we could dump him off. We'll see. Nikola Topic, you don't need another point guard. Clint Capella might even be better. I mean, what is he? Yeah, he shoots 56%, way better than the Dembona does. So, or anything, we just dump him off. Honestly, I don't hate that too, but he is making $2 million, so I don't really see the point of dumping him off. So I wouldn't mind getting Clint Capella. A better backup center. We trade Adam, but he wasn't getting much playing time for us. So let's get $7 million Clint Capella. That's what he's making. So we get him on the team. We upgrade our center rotation just like that. Carpenter could be ready as well. I think Christian Collins and Broom will be our rotation. So we give the max a lot of our money, most of our money to Jalen Duren, get our starting center. And we'll see how much Carpenter develops. Last year, if Carpenter develops, Capella is going in the offseason. But Maxey is up. Edge comes up to a 90, man. McCain, Duren is up to already. He's only 23 years old, and he's entering year 6. Nate Amen is up to an 84. Clint Capella's not even regressing. Elijah Green is up to an 82. Edwards up. Carpenter's up to a 79. So Carpenter will 100% upgrade next year. He's the way better shooter than Capella. So Carpenter will be the backup center as soon as next year. I low-key want Christian Collins to start and not Broom. We'll figure that out in a second. But, man, am I excited for this season. I got to see what we can do, man. But I'm really happy to see what we can do or what we can do. I feel like, Maxey leading this team, he's kind of like the older guy here. Not really. He's like 26, 27. But, these are the guy we're probably building around. Him and Edgecombe, 2 guys we're building around. But happy what we have right now. This rotation is about to be really nice. The power ranking land is 9th, which is better than I think it was last year. We're running a defensive system, but I'm going to go ahead and probably run a balanced system. That's the best, actually. Perimeter-centric is once again our best thing, man. So I'm going to go ahead and run a perimeter-centric system. I'm going to go ahead and fix Tyronn Lue's preferred system to a perimeter-centric. So do something like that. And then what do we got rolling for us? So Maxey, Edgecombe, Nate Ament. You want to start Christian Collins? I want it to be. These are our future starting 5. There's the video. With Duren, McCain will be our future 6-man. Capella, Arenas, Edwards, and Carpenter. I really want to play Carpenter, but he's just not needed right now. We're going to play our backup power forward rotation set back Carpenter, man. You'll be ready to play, hopefully, in the next 2 years. Next year's what we're hoping for you to develop into. And Broom will get 10 minutes off the bench for us to see what he can do. I know his vertical jump is, terrible, but I'm going to simulate to the end of the season, and we'll see how good we are. Flag is your MVP, Darius Cup Jr., Rookie of the Year. Is not really a rookie, but as I said, first time playing. He registers as a rookie, and we went 67-15. So yeah, obviously we exceeded expectations by far. I knew we'd be good, but 67 wins good is something I did not expect under Tyronn Lue's coaching. So I guess he changed it. We probably would have got this with Nick Nurse too. So I'm gonna be fair, but bro, that record is insane. We were the top of the Eastern Conference. So 67-15, we were top of the East by far, the best record in the league by far, only by 2 wins. But we had 19 from Maxey, 19 from Edgecombe, 16.5 from McCain, 15 from Elijah Hernandez, 13 from Nate Ament. We have 12 and 10 in a block from Duran. 1 from Christian Collins. He shot 33% from three, but just like I said with Nate Ament, that will get better in the next year. He shot 43%, way more efficient. So I'm not really worried about Collins. 7 and 6 from Capella, 4 and then 4 from Edwards. But man, am I excited to see what we can do here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to a number page with this bench utilization down as well. I'm going to see what we can do in the playoffs. Now we got the Miami Heat in round 1. Traore, McBride, Stokes, Bam Adebayo, Mark Williams. They end up signing him with Khalil Ware, Filipowski, Wiggins, and Dalen Terry. How much does Dalen Terry develop at this point? He's been all right, but okay. Against the Miami Heat, we're going to go ahead and beat them at 5. And just like that, we're in the second round. So now we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have Garland, Mitchell, Hunter, Mobley, Allen, Tyson, Hendricks, Sean Yabusele, Tyrese Proctor. So we'll see if we can get this done against Cleveland. They're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and we're going to go ahead and beat them in 6. And we got the Brooklyn Nets in the conference finals. So the Nets have Egor Demon, Shaden Sharp, Michael Porter Jr. How are they able to get Shaden Sharp? Did they sign him to the max contract? They did. Okay, it's a good signing. I can't lie. Michael Porter Jr. is still here. He ended up fitting really well. Wilson, Claxton, Cameron Thomas, Keeson Wallace, Noah Clowney, Jalen Smith, and Jalen Wilson. Well, it's time to see what we can do against the Brooklyn Nets team. Hopefully, we can get the job done. We're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're going to take game 3. They're going to sweep me just like that. We're in the finals that early in the video. As we got the Golden State Warriors. And the Warriors have Curry, Pajemski, RJ Barrett, Diop. So Curry has stayed in the league. He's forwarding. He's playing with Nikola Jokic. They really saved the cap space to sign Jokic. That's something I'm not expecting in this video, but they have a pretty good team. They have Barrett. They have Brandon off the bench, Shed, Moody, Kel Brown. This is actually a really good team. I mean, duo of Steph and Jokic will do tears in the league. But how did they get RJ Barrett, though? Okay, he signed at the minimum. Okay, yeah, I knew they couldn't afford that. But we're going to take game 1. We're going to take game 2. We're going to take game 3. And it is looking like we are going to sweep the Golden State Warriors. And we're going to win our first championship in this video. But let me not speak too soon. We might actually lose this game. We are. No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, just like that. We won the game. So 28 from Nate Ament, 16 from Edgecombe, and then we had 16 and 16 from Broom. He averaged 10 and 10 in the playoffs, and he started. So that's absolutely amazing. I'm happy how this video went. And then BJ Edgecombe in the finals MVP averaging 28 points. 28 points in the playoffs, too. So, yeah, you absolutely love to see that. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think I won a championship in 3 years with the Sixers in the last Sixers video. I didn't rebuild the Sixers much in this game, but last Sixers rebuild of 2K25 and it ended off on a high note. And I'll see you guys in the next one. 26 around the corner, and I'm saying peace.